Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? I just want to report a breakthrough. Not so much in actual knowledge of music, but the way I think of that knowledge. Actually, I meditate a lot to music when I'm walking too. I think of songs and leads, and sometimes I picture playing them and picture where the notes are and stuff like that. I picture the rhythms and where the beats are. And I was thinking of the Joe Walsh song I just did, Life's Been Good, and I was thinking of the end of the guitar solo to it. And I just had this thought as I was thinking of that lick. I thought, you know what, maybe I know enough about music theory that I'm okay now. I don't have to struggle to learn more music theory. And I don't have to worry about it. I can just let it come to me if there's any more I don't know. And I don't really have to struggle with it anymore. Maybe I know enough finally after 40 years or whatever. That might stick. I don't know. We'll see. Because I've thought the similar things like that before, and it usually hasn't stuck in. But this time it might. You never know. Because I do know my theory pretty well. And DJ Alverson, one of the teachers that gave me free lessons when I was growing up, is now my music mentor, though he never talks to me. But he said that he always talked about the trumpeter for Chicago, Lee Loflane, doing a seminar and saying that analysis is paralysis. And Dave advised against me taking this rabbit hole. They didn't use that word back in the 80s when I was starting one, but that's what they call them now. I was going down a rabbit hole, and DJ tried to stop me and started to say, no, don't do this. Don't make it this really hard thing. Analysis is paralysis. Lee Loflane says so. And he does really well. Trust him, respect him. And I didn't even know who he was. Only a few years ago, I figured out, he's the trumpeter for Chicago. Well, he told me that, but I didn't know who it was. I just looked. I have to Google it every time. I don't even know who he is. But the argument against what DJ was telling me, even though it's good in theory and it's good in and of itself, first of all, everybody has their own approach. Everybody needs their own approach. That my approach might be different than Lee's or DJ's, first of all. And second of all, there's validity to both ways of looking at it. My way of looking at it has validity too. You can't let something go that you don't have. You can't claim something and then you let it go when you don't even have it. And the way I saw it was I didn't even have any knowledge of music. I had nothing to let go. You can't just let go of something if you don't have it. I needed to get some knowledge to really even decide, I should take this knowledge or not. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any other leg to stand on. And DJ might have been wiser to just go ahead and support me on it, but he didn't. And I didn't listen anyway. I went ahead down the rabbit hole anyway. But now, what is it now? 38, 36, 30 years later or whatever, 38 years later. Now I can decide. I can say, well, I have music theory. I'm good enough. I don't need to use it, or I don't need to think of it. I don't need to try to have it. I can just let it come or go as it pleases. And now I can say that, but that's a different situation than when I didn't know anything. And DJ was basically saying, be a dummy. And that doesn't work for me anyway. It's not what I didn't take the advice. But now that I didn't take the advice, I can see that now maybe I can take the advice. Maybe I don't need to worry about theory now because I know enough. There's got to be an end to it. There's got to be an end to a quest. Otherwise, it's just a hell or a heaven. Heaven isn't, neither are desirable really, but whatever. Life isn't eternal hell or eternal heaven. Life is limited things. So maybe I've learned enough, and maybe I can finally let it go. So just reporting that. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.